So hello, this will be your lecture video about the beam deflections, or we also have here the serviceability requirements. Ay, palitan natin. Serviceability requirements under the NSCP requirements 2015. So serviceability is measured by considering the magnitudes of deflections. So diyan na papasok yung ating topic na deflections. So deflections, cracks, and vibrations of structures, as well as considerations of durability. So nagiging na-measure natin yung serviceability based on our deflections, yung mga cracks natin sa beams or members, no? Kasi as time goes by, of course, may mga makikita kayo o may ma-observe kayo ng mga cracking sa members, no? So it presents this discussion presents the treatment of initial and time-dependent deflections of reinforced concrete elements such as a simple and continuous beam. So, pero mag-focus lang tayo sa simple beams, yung mga simply supported, and yung mga cantilever beam, like that. So, since serviceability is checked at service loads, meaning gagamitin natin dito sa moment natin is hindi factored load, kaya gagamitin natin is service loads lang. We should perform an analysis to get deflections at various parts of the structures using load factors or equal to 1 or not having those load factors lang, no? Since 1 lang naman siya. So, yan. We have here the importance of deflections. First, ano muna yung deflection natin? It is the movement of a beam or a node from its original position. So, say na meron tayong beam. Saan dito yung center of gravity niya, no? O centroid. Yung deflection natin is the movement of a beam or a node from its original position. So kapag nagkaroon ng mga deflections or pagbabago sa beam, or for example, di na kinaya ng beam o ng structure yung load na kaya niyang i-carry, so pwedeng ganito yung itsura ng inyong beam, no? So nagkakaroon ng sagging or sagging, hindi banana, ha, yung nagsag yung nagbago yung shape, no? Or yung parang nagbend siya. So yung deflection natin, ganyan yung mangyayari. So ito, nadaanan nyo naman tong deflection natin sa theory of structures or sa mechanics, no? Deflections may damage partitions, may cause poor fitting of doors and windows. So kunyari, ganito yung itsura ng beam mo or yung member mo or yung slab. Possible na mangyayari is yun nga, damage partitions, may cause poor fitting of doors. So kunyari dito sa members nyo merong pinto dyan, di ba yung pinto is dapat kwadrado siya, ba't hindi nagsusulat? Singit. Nangyari. Ay. Lipat natin to dito. Kunyari yung pinto natin is dapat, di ba, kwadrado siya. So kunyari nakapatong siya dito sa member natin. So once na magkaroon tayo ng deflection, ang mangyayari, meron na kayo dyan ditong awang na ganyan, no? So hindi na mag-fit yung door natin kapag minsan may mga instances na ganoon yung nangyayari sa bahay natin, no? Especially kapag may mga second floor, third floor, kung gusto niyo pong mas mataas, fourth floor, etc. So this may damage a structure appearance. Kitang-kita yan kapag may mga saging. May mga bending yung beams natin or structures or yung mga slabs. Frighten the occupants of the building. Of course, sinong hindi matatakot kapag nag-bend. Even though the building may be perfectly safe. So excessive deflections of beams and slab may cause first sagging of floors, panding on flat floors, flat roofs, and then excessive vibrations. NSCP give the minimum beam depth, wherein ito yung na-discuss ko sa inyo nung nakaraan. Minimum thickness of solid or non-pre-stressed, solid non-pre-stressed one-way slabs. So kapag simply supported, we will use the minimum H na L over 20. Kapag one end continuous naman, we will use L over 24, and both end continuous L over 28, or for cantilever, we have L over 10. Wherein yung expression lang daw po na yun is applicable for normal weight concrete, no? And FY na 420. So yung FY natin dapat dito is 420 lang. Kapag nagbago yung FY nyo, hindi na siya applicable. So, sabi dito, for FY other than 420, the expressions in this table daw po, shall be multiplied by 0.4 plus FY over 700. So, for example, yung given sa inyo is FY is 345, since hindi naman parate 420 yung given natin, no? So, ang gagawin nyo, of course, check na yung support condition. Kung simply supported beam tayo, ang mangyayari, gagamitin natin yung L over 20, but multiply natin ng 0.4 plus FY over 700. Wherein yung FY natin is 345, makakuha natin yung minimum depth ng ating beam. Yan. Okay. Yan. So, next we have the maximum deflections. If the designer chooses not to meet the minimum thickness given in the previous table, ito, no, he or she or the designer must compute deflections. So, mag-compute kayo ng deflections. If this is done, the values determined may not exceed the values specified. So, ito yung limit ng deflection natin. No, meron tayong 4. Nagaling din siya sa ECI po. ECI and then na-adapt din ng NSCP. So, meron tayong mga types of members dito, deflections to be considered, and then we have the deflections limitations. Okay. The deflection of structural members is due mainly to the dead load plus diffraction of or all the live load. So, yung deflections na kinonsider natin dito is parang hindi parang, is totally yung deflections na total is equal to the deflections of the dead load plus the live loads. Parang ganun yung ating i-consider, no? The deflections that occurs immediately upon the application of the load is called the immediate or the instantaneous deflection. Ayan na yung tinatawag nating yun na yung focus natin, which is the instantaneous deflections. According to the NSCP, immediate deflections shall be calculated using methods or formulas for elastic deflections, considering effects of cracking and reinforcement on member stiffness. So, modulus of elasticity of the concrete shall be permitted in accordance with this section. So, for concrete, easy. Kapag steel, ES yan, no? Basta kapag nakalagay sa, dito, magiging siyang concrete. So, the values of the density or unit weight between 1,440 and 2,560 is this formula. So, kapag may given na unit weight or density, gagamitin nyo lang itong formula, isalpak nyo lang yan dito, tapos yung given na FC prime, para makuha nyo yung EC. So, mamaya, papakita ko sa inyo bakit tayo kumukuha ng easy. Para easy lang. So, for normal weight, which is always naman na ganun, no? May mga instances na ganito yung given, pero most of the time, normal weight lang naman yung hinahanap natin. I mean, yung given. So, we have the easy is equal to 4,700 square root of FC prime, wherein yung FC prime natin is given. Let's move to the crack moment of inertia. So, mostly kapag naandun yung kunyari sa beam, kapag mayroon tayong simply supported beam, yung maximum deflection na maximum moment natin is parating nasa gitna, no? From our theory, meron kayong M-max. Pag ganito yung itsura ng ano niyan eh. Yan, pag ganyan yung itsura ng moment diagram natin. So yung flexural cracks dito is mas madami compared dito sa gilid, no? So with that, para ma-analyze natin ng mabuti, ginagawa natin siya ng transform area or transform section, wherein yung transform section na daw na yun is the section of steel and concrete is transformed into a homogeneous section. From the word homogeneous section, kunyari ito yung cross section natin. Tapos ito naman is the transformed cross section, wherein yung transformed cross section daw natin is a homogeneous section. So kung meron tayo ditong concrete, since meron tayo ditong steel, gagawin natin yung steel na yon into equivalent area of the concrete na tatawagin nating N times ES, or sabi dito, by replacing the actual steel area with the equivalent area of the concrete. So meaning ito, yung equivalent area of the concrete na yan, no? Wherein ito naman is the parang imaginary na section natin. So with that, mababago din yung mga given natin sa normal na beam, no? So from this, magkakaroon tayo ng, or to calculate the crack moment of inertia natin, or the ICR, no? We can first locate the neutral axis natin. Since nagbago na yung cross section nyo, mababago din yung neutral axis natin. To calculate the location of the neutral axis, take the moment of area above neutral axis equals to the moment area of the neutral axis below. So for example, meron kayong, erase natin to. Sabi, moment of area daw of the concrete above the neutral axis. So let's say na naandito yung neutral axis natin. So yung moment of area nito to the neutral axis is equivalent to the moment of area of the steel about NA din. So kung meron tayong ganitong area, we have the B times X. So yung area natin dyan is moment of area, we have the B times X. Tapos from centroid to the neutral axis, we have X over 2. So ayan, na simplify na, maging BX squared over 2. Okay. So next naman dito sa NA ay sa moment of area below. So ito yung moment of area natin, NAS, wherein ito na yung area, times lang natin ng moment arm, which is D minus X. Since kung meron tayo ditong total na D, kagaya lang ng concept natin, we have D here. Bakit violet? International Women's, no? So we have the D, maminusan natin ng X, ang magiging D minus X. So, the moment of area below the neutral axis is NASD minus X. So, paano natin to gagamitin? Ganito. Ay, ito na pala. Sinulat ko na lahat. So, skip muna natin to. Dito muna tayo sa modular ratio. Wherein yung modular ratio natin, as you can see, di ba, meron kayong NAS is equal to the equivalent concrete, no? So, yung N natin dito is the modular ratio. It is used to transform area concept is the ratio of the modulus of elasticity of steel all over modulus of elasticity of the concrete. It may be used to the nearest whole number, may not be less than 6. So, hindi tayo mag-less than ng 6. So, ito yung naging equation natin or yung derivation ng N. It is equal to, or the AC is equal to NAS. So, we have the equilibrium, ASFS, ACFC, and then string compatibility, wherein ito na yung giging N, baliktad, no? Kaya napunta siya dito. Or nasa denominator siya. Tapos, itong ASFC is just the N. No? Yan. So, to determine the ICR, wherein meron na tayong ito. Ito yung gagamitin natin para makompute natin yung value of X. No? So, since di natin alam yung location ng X, gagamitin natin yung nakuha nating equation galing dito sa location of neutral axis. Where itong B is given, X lang yung unknown natin. So, with that, pag na-compute natin yung X, punta tayo dito sa ICR, wherein it is the cracking moment of inertia, na meron tayong value ng bx cubed over 3 plus NAS d minus x squared. So, saan ba siya galing? So, from saan ba nyo na discuss ito? Static, mechanics? Basta, yung ating ICR is just the moment of inertia, wherein magta-transform moment of inertia tayo, no? We have the summation of the IG or the gross inertia, kabuuan, plus AD squared, wherein yung AD squared natin, yan yung magta-transfer ng moment of area. So, from our figure, ito, we have the IG, wherein yung IG natin is ito na, no? B, the base, BH cube, X yung height, over 12, plus, so, ito, derive na to, using this formula, ito. No? So, yan natin i-derive, since, ang mangyayari lang naman is, ilalagay natin lahat ng area, gross area, tapos, yung maliit na area na to, as hindi na i-consider, but, ang mangyayari, mali-derive na siya into this equation. So, mangyayari, ito na din yung matitira. NAS d minus x over x raised to 2, wherein ito na yan, AD squared. AD squared. So, para mapabilis na natin yung discussion. Basta ito na yung tatandaan nyo. We have the bx cube over 3. And then, plus NAS d minus x raised to 2. Ito, sinulat ko na yung derivation niya para baka tanungin nyo pa ako, no? So, dito, ito na yung IG ng una. Ito. Tapos meron naman tayong pangalawa. Ito. Wherein, yung pangalawa natin, yung initial gross natin is since maliit lang naman yung ito, maliit lang naman siya. Yung height niya is super liit lang. So, tapos i-cube pa natin. So, mas liliit pa siya. So, approximately equal to 0 na yung naandito. Kaya, dito, hindi na natin kinonsider yung IG ng transform or yung NAS natin. So, ang magtitira sa atin is ganito ng equation. You have the bx cube over 3. Wherein, ito na yon. Tapos, ito na yon. Okay. So, ayan, patuloy lang natin. Erase natin tong mga ito. Erase ko na to ha. Picturean nyo na lang, i-post nyo. Yan, ito na yung formula natin ng ICR. Yan, bx cube over 3 plus NASD minus x raised to 2. Pero, an accurate crack moment of inertia of a beam cannot be calculated because the cracks in a reinforcement beam and RC beam vary in number, depth, and location. So, of course, magbabago naman yung mga cracks natin. Kaya, yung NSCP daw provides an equation, approximate equation to calculate the effective moment of inertia. So, meron tayong tawaging effective moment of inertia na may symbol na IE. So, next, for non-pre-stress members, the IE shall be calculated by this equation. Unless obtained by a more comprehensive analysis, but IE shall not be greater than IG. So, ang IE daw natin is less than or equal, shall not be greater than IG. So, dapat ganun yung mangyayari, no? Wherein, meron tayong mahabang formula ng IE. MCR over MA raised to cube IG plus 1 minus MCR over MA raised to cube times the ICR. So, mayroon ditong mnemonics. Para sa IE, ganito. Sira. Tatlong sira, no? Hindi fish. Sira talaga. Tatlong sira ay buo, wherein yung G natin is yung gross, di ba? Pag gross, buo. So, sira ay buo plus 1 minus tatlong sira ulit, tapos ay sira. So, ulit, sira ay buo plus 1 minus sira ay sira. Ito, pwede nyo na siyang i-compute nyo muna, no? Tapos i-store nyo sa A para maglalagay na lang kayo ng values. Wherein meron tayong cracking moment, MCR, equivalent to FRIG over YT. Wherein yung nakuha yung value na yan galing sa formula natin ng bending moment, FB, no? Wherein we have the MC or MY over I. Wherein dito, parang ginawa is kapag cracking, FR, meron tayong moment cracking times dy times d gross inertia. Tapos, manipulate lang yung equation. We have MCR is equal to FRIG over dy. Ito na yung cracking moment. Erase natin, no? Para may space tayo. And then we have the modulus of rupture of concrete, FR, na meron tayong given ng FR na 0.62 lambda square root of FC prime. So, sa lambda natin, dyan na bibase natin kung ilan yung value based sa given na concrete. So, kunyari, meron kayong given na normal weight. Yung concrete natin is 1. Ay, yung concrete natin. Yung lambda natin is 1. So, automatic. Kaya hindi na siya binigay kasi always naman na normal weight. So, pag may mga daanan lang kayo na hindi normal weight, mababago tong value na to. So, for lightweight, we have the value of lambda na 0.75. Tapos kapag sand lightweight, no, yung value naman natin is 0.85. Sand lightweight. Okay. Yan lang yan. Pero mostly, 1 lang naman to. Sa mangyayari, yung FR natin is ganito na lang din. Yung iba is, yung ibang book is ganito na lang nakalagay, no? Kasi, yung lambda natin is always 1. I mean, hindi siya always. Kapag normal concrete lang tayo, or normal weight. And then, MA, maximum moment, at stage deflection is computed. Ito na yung stage natin wherein yung stage natin na yun is in service loads. So, maximum moment ng service load. IG, gross moment of inertia. ICR naman, crack moment of inertia, na meron tayong equation na ito. And then, YT, distance from the centroidal axis of gross section neglecting reinforcement to extreme fiber intention. Yan. So, for continuous beam daw po, meron tayong formula ng effective moment of inertia na IE max positive and plus or the average lang of max positive and then the negative moment. For deflection of concrete, the deflection can be calculated with the usual deflection expression. So, as you all know, meron tayong deflection of the simply supported beam na 5WL squared or L to the 4th raised to 384 EI. So, lagay natin dito for simply supported beam na meron na uniform load L raised to 4 over 384 EI. Wherein dito, kunyari meron kayong given na simply supported beam, hindi given ito. Yan yung i-compute nyo dito, no? Dito, ito na. Kung meron kayong WL raised to 4, deflection ng EC ay ng E is magiging EC since yung materials natin is concrete, and then yung I, E, since kinukonsider natin pag sa deflection is yung effective moment of inertia na. So, ganun yung mangyayari. So, kapag restrained beam naman, meron tayong 384 EI. Kapag cantilever beam, meron tayong 8 EI. And then, PL cube over 48 kapag nasa middle section yung ating load. Then, last principle, or discussion. Unless stiffness values are obtained by a more comprehensive analysis, additional long-term deflection resulting from creep shrinkage of flexural members shall be determined by multiplying the immediate deflections caused by the sustained load considered by the factor lambda. So, dito, papasok na yung term natin na additional long-term deflection. So, kasi, yung na-compute natin is instantaneous deflection lang siya, no? Instantaneous. So, meaning, from the moment na nag-crack yung ating members, yan na yung i-consider natin. Pero, dito, meron tayong additional long-term deflection. So, papasok na dito yung time span natin na as time goes by, may mga creep and shrinkage pa rin na nangyayari, no? So, with that, i-consider natin yon. We have the formula of the lambda na C. Ito, C yan. C. 1 plus 50 rho prime. Wherein yung rho prime natin is the ratio of compression reinforcement of AS prime to BD. Kapag wala tayong AS prime, kapag walang given na compression reinforcement, meaning ito magiging 0, no? So, ito, magiging 0 na siya. Parang ganun lang. The values of dependent factor for sustained loads, C, shall be in accordance with this table. Meron tayong time-dependent factors for sustained loads wherein nagbabago siya depende sa duration natin. Kunyari, kapag 3 months daw yung binigay, ang time dependent factor natin na C is equal to 1. Naka-months to ha. Kapag 6 months naman, 1.2. Kapag 12 months or 1 year, we have 1.4. Kapag 60 or more months, we have 2. Yan, same lang yun. Screenshot ng mga bagay-bagay. I-upload naman to sa G Classroom. Meron tayong problem para matapos kaagad, no? Ito na lang muna pala. Ito na lang para isahan na lang, no? Kasi ito yung mga basic na example. Tapos ito naman yung medyo basic. Charot. Question or sample problem. Calculate the instantaneous mid-span deflection for the 12-meter span simply supported beam which carries a uniform dead load of 6 kN including its own weight. I-drawing natin dito yung ating simply supported daw na yan. Ganyan lang naman yan, no? Tapos meron kayong sabi ito 12 span to. 12 span, 12 meter na length. Tapos meron kayong meron kayong 6 kilonewtons na uniform dead load. So then 12 kilonewton, 6 kN meter. Tapos we have the live load, service live load na 9 kilonewton. Kilonewton meter. Yun. Tapos, ang sabi, meron pa daw, concentrated dead load admits at mid-span. Yung concentrated dead load na yun is 23 kilonewton. When dito sa dead load natin, including its own weight na. So, hindi na tayo magkakompute. Meron tayong given na FC prime 27.6. And then, the FY na 414 MPa. And then the N na 8 meters. 8 meters. And 8 lang siya. So, meron tayong figure na binigay. We have the B na 325. And then, ito na yung cross section natin. First step is to compute all the given para wag na kayong malito pa. Or meron na kayong mga data. Or first check the minimum depth muna. Para ma-check natin kung itong 625 is pasok ba dun sa minimum depth na required ng NSCP. From our discussion, meron kayong minimum depth na saglit hanapin lang natin. Pinakataas pa yun eh. Ito. Simply supported beam, L over 20. Pero, mag-multiply tayo ng 0.4. One way slab lang pala to. So, wala dito yung sa beam natin. Wala pala dito. Hindi ko na isama. Pero yung minimum depth natin dyan is L over 16. L over 16 for the minimum depth. So, let's say na meron tayong 12,000. Yung L natin na ito. Over 16, we have the value of depth na calculators. Saglit. 12 divided by 16. 750 mm. Which is greater than doon sa depth natin na given. With that, kailangan talaga natin i-check 625. Kailangan talaga natin i-check yung value ng or the deflection natin. First, compute the given. Mga given natin is easy. We have, anong formula ng easy natin? Wala naman sinabi, so magiging siyang normal weight lang. For 7, FC prime. 4,700. FC prime natin is 27.6. So we have the value of 24 691.780 MPa. Store this at letter A. Next is the FR. Ano nga yung FR? Balikan natin para makita nyo talaga, no? Modulus of rupture of concrete. Wherein meron tayong formula ng modulus of rupture na 0.62 square root of FC prime. Modulus of rupture, lambda, wherein yung FC prime natin is 27.6. Tapos yung lambda natin is 1. Value nito is 3.257 MPa. Store it sa letter B. Then we have the gross moment of inertia. We have the BH cube. Base natin is 325. Tapos height natin is 625. Over 12. Kapal. Kaya pala makapal eh. We have the value of gross na 6,612 625 cube over 12. Six six 141927 mm to the fourth. Letter C. Sunod kayo ha. Compute kayo ha. Hawakan nyo yung calculators nyo. YT, kalahati lang, or yung centroid ng gross natin, 625 over 2. We have 312.5 mm. With that, makakompute na tayo ng, palitan ka natin yung ano nito. Ang kakapal eh. With that, makakompute na tayo ng cracking moment. Wherein yung cracking moment natin, MCR is equal to ano? FR IG over YT or DY. Kulang pala yung sabi ko dito. Okay na yan. So YT siya, no? So meron na tayong FR na letter B. Ay, nabago. A. Meron tayong letter B. Tapos IG natin is letter C. Tapos YT natin is letter D. Kasunod, equal. Store nyo to ha. Store nyo to. MCR natin is equivalent to 6.68.914 kilonewton meter. Store nyo din ito. Ubusin natin yung letter ng calculators nyo. A. Meron na tayong isang given, the MCR pala, or the cracking moment natin, na gagamitin natin for the instantaneous deflection. Kasi yung tinatanong sa atin dito is instantaneous mid-span deflection. Wala naman ibang maximum deflection dyan. Wherein yung IE natin is equal to sira ay buo plus or minus plus isa 1 minus sira ay sira. Ganyan. So next, to compute is the moment of inertia of the crack section. So wherein meron tayong kukunin muna, solve for the value of x, wherein meron tayong ginamit na equation kanina na ito. Balikan natin ito. bx cube over 2 nas d minus x. bx cube over 2 nas d minus x squared. Ay, ba't may x squared? Wala yung squared. B natin is 325. X natin is unknown. N natin is 8. ES natin is, di pa natin na-compute, no? Lagay na lang natin dito. Pi over 4 times 32 squared. 32 ba? 25. 25 nga. Times 8. D. Ano yung D natin? Given. We have 525. Minus X. Wherein yung X natin is equivalent to. Ship solve. We have 236.264 mm. Therefore, makakompute na tayo ng moment of inertia. Papalitan natin ng kulay. Solve for cracking or effective or tama, crack moment of inertia. Wherein meron tayong ICR is equal to summation of IG plus AD squared. We have the IG of the first bx cube over 12 plus AD squared. We have the B x times AD squared natin is x over 2 squared plus AD squared, since yung isa, yung kanina in-neglect na natin yun since 0 na yan, no? Magiging NAS D minus X squared. Tama. So ito, store nyo muna into letter ano na tayo? Letter D. Letter D. EFG. EF. B, 325. X natin is letter F. Cube over 12. Okay lang. B. 325. X natin is letter F. Wherein meron tayo ulit letter F over 2 squared. Okay lang. Ayun na ta. Plus, N, we have the 8. AS natin. Store nyo din to. EFG. Para huwag na kayo mahirapan pa. G. D natin is 525 minus F squared. ICR is equivalent to 4047843102 mm raised to the 4th. ICR, no? Moment of inertia in the crack section. Kaya mm squared siya. Mm to the 4th pala. Tapos, makakompute na tayo ng instantaneous deflection. First, compute na muna natin yung ito formula muna pala. IE MCR MA sira plus ay buo plus ano 1 minus sira ay sira. Anong kulang pa dito? Meron tayong MCR, meron tayong IG, meron pa tayong ICR, wala pa tayong MA. The compute for the MA is just the unfactored moment. MA. Wherein nasa yung moment natin kapag sa simply supported is kapag may uniform load is WL squared over 8. Tapos kapag point load naman is PL over 4. So yan ay magiging moment natin. Moment natin WL squared over 8 plus PL over 4. We have the W na 6 dead load and then the 9 is the live load. 12 squared over 8 plus yung dead load na point load 22 tapos over 4. MA natin is equal to 336 kN meter. Store sa letter EFG. May G pa ba? Wala na palang G. X na to. Hanap kayong G dyan. Bahala kayo. So ito yung extort nyo sa Y. Therefore, gamitin natin yung formula ng instantaneous deflection. MCR, wherein yung MCR natin is anong letter yun? Letter E. Tapos yung MA natin is letter Y. Cube. IG natin is letter C. Huwag nyo kalimutan nyo na. Ilagyan nyo ng label. Plus 1 minus E over Y times ICR. ICR natin is, ay wala pa to. So dapat kada sagot lagyan nyo na ng value. So let's say M. So, M. Therefore, yung IE natin is equivalent to 4,000, 6, 9, 9, 6, 7, 5, 8, 7. Which is less than IG. Tama. Pero yung IG nyo is letter C. Balikan nyo yung letter C. O, 6, 6. Ito, 4 lang. 4, 0. Tama. So, next. Lawak pala ito eh. Tayo sa kabila. Makakompute na tayo ng deflection. Deflection, galing doon sa formula natin, you have the WL raised to the fourth or 5WL raised to the fourth times 384 EC times or over IE plus PL cube over 48 EI. Wherein ito is para sa uniform. So, ito naman para sa point load or concentrated load. Isang oras na pala ito eh. Deflection natin is 5. We have 6 plus 9. L natin is 12 raised to the 4th all over 384. EC natin is letter A. Ito, letter A. Tapos, IE natin is letter. Wala pa. Natin lang letter. Ano pa ba? Number 1. Yan na yung EI. Plus P, 22, L, 12, 3, raised to the third power, all over 48. E natin is letter A, tapos 1, yung I. With that, yung deflection nyo is equivalent to 48.182 mm. Final answer. Okay. Ito yung formula. Ito yung solution. So, pagkapag tinamang naman instantaneous deflection of dead load lang, ang mababago lang natin dito is yung MA. Unfactored moment. So, ilalagay nyo lang dito is yung dead load lang, of course. So, as we substitute na dito sa MA nyo is dead load lang. Okay. Okay lang. So, pag lahatan, edi lahat i-consider nyo, no? Yan, so idagdag lang natin. Kunyari may tinanong, hindi na natin patagalin pa to, no? Pag may tinanong long-term deflection, patuloy na lang natin to, itong problem natin. Pag may sinamang calculate the long-term deflection assuming 20% of the live load of LL applied for 5 years or nth years, no? Or nth month. So, sabihin natin 5 years din. So, dito masi-check natin yung value ng lambda natin or yung C pala. So, patuloy na lang natin dito. Mababago lang since meron kayong given na 20% live load tapos 5 years, no? Ang 5 years natin is equivalent to 5 times 12. Meron kayong 60 months. Or kapag na-check natin dito sa C natin, yung time dependent factor is 2.0. C, parehas na siya, no? 2.0. With this, ang mababago lang naman is yung moment natin, yung MA natin. So, anong mangyayari sa MA natin? Babaguhin lang natin siya. Wherein, kunyari, mag-add na tayo ng 0.2 na dead load. So, kunyari, meron kayong live load dito pala. Ito. Sana yung MA. Ito. Ito nakikita. So, itong W natin dito, ito, lalagyan lang natin siya ng 0.2 live load. So, mangyayari, isulat natin dito. Yung MA nyo is just the moment of the dead load plus 0.2 or the 20% of the live load. Mangyayari, we have the WL squared over 8 plus PL over 4. PL over 4. So, yung W nyo is 6 plus 0.2 times 9. Nakuha. Ganun lang. No? Tapos, squared nyo to. Ay, hindi. 12. Tapos, squared nyo. Over 8 plus the PL over 4. With this, makakompute tayo ng moment na 206.4 kilonewton meter. So, anong nabago dito sa MA natin? Bumaba siya. No? Sinasabi meron ma-sustain na 20% na dead load. Tapos, mababago din dyan yung IE nyo, yung effective moment of inertia nyo. Wherein meron kayong formula na, copy na lang natin ito, no? Copy. Paste. Wherein yung MA nyo dito, ito is equivalent na dito. No? Yun lang naman yung mababago dyan. Tapos, mag-recompute ulit kayo ng deflection of the dead load plus the 0.2 live load. Compute natin. So, yung makakompute natin ditong IE is equivalent to kanayan 41432900025 mm raised to 4. Tapos makakompute na tayo ng deflection wherein same formula lang 5WL raised to 4 over 384 EC IE plus yung PL cube 48 EC IE. So with that, nakakambit din tayo dito. Don't forget to multiply this by 1000 raised to 4, no? Kasi para maging ano siya, para maging mm siya. Yan. Equivalent to sa meron yung value ng 20.585 mm. So yung total deflection natin na mga compute dito, ano yung tanong? Wala pala tayong tanong, no? Gumawa pala tayo ng sariling tanong. The deflection natin continuously after applying for 5 years is ito na yon, no? Magiging deflection natin for 5 years. Pero kung tinatanong sa atin is total, mangyayari kapag total we have the deflection na na-compute natin, then dead load plus live load plus gamitin na natin yung time strain natin na yung factor natin, no, na ito. Sana yan? Time dependent factor natin. When sa dead load, habang buhay naman siya na andyan, so ang mangyayari, we have the multiplier na lambda. Habang buhay, infinity. So, tapos, yung deflection ng dead load. Since yung dead load natin sa habang buhay, plus, yung factor natin for 5 years, wherein ito naman is for the live load, no? Times the live load na 0.2 daw yung masusustain niya after 5 years. Wherein ito makakuha nyo by solving this D plus 0.2L, no? And then deflection sa dalawa. Tapos i-minus nyo lang yung deflection ng dead load para makuha mo yung 0.2 live load ito. Kaya ang gagawin nyo dito, sana yan? Dito sa unfactored moment, para dead load lang yung makuha yung IE, no? Dead load lang din yung i-consider nyo. So, hindi nyo isama yung live load. So, mangyayari yung W nyo dito is 6 lang, tapos yung P nyo is 22. So, ganun lang yung mangyayari. Ito na yung problem natin. Problem number 1. Tapos, discussion. I'll be sending this PowerPoint or yung lecture natin sa G Classroom. Pwede tayong gumawa pa ng isang example na meron talagang ganitong problem. Okay? So, ayan. Thank you.